Okay. So is anyone who can tell me the difference between lead to and course? Semantic difference, meaning difference. Quiet. You know, okay, it doesn't matter. Doesn't have to, so just share with me your observation. Right? What's the semantic difference between course and lead to? Based on your observations of the collocates, which they can collocate with.
From my observation, I think course is more with some negative things like problem, something like that. But lead to that neutral.
Do you agree? Okay. Okay, maybe let's just look. For example, like, you know, when you take a look of all the nouns instructed here for course here, you can see the problem, damage, disease, death, pain, trouble, cancer, injury, all are negative, right? All negative, okay? Now, when you search like lead, that will be different. Like team, road, yeah, in a sense it's kind of neutral, like development. Development should be, it depends. It can be negative or positive, right? Development cancer would be negative, right? Development of learning will be positive, right? But also maybe you can lead to, focus on lead to here. For example, lead to better education. So this is more, what, positive, right? Lead to bigger, more important changes. Positive, right? Okay. Leading to chronic disuse. Maybe it's a little bit negative, right? Okay. Okay. Confusion. Lead to confusion. A little bit negative, right? Okay. Okay, and greater, positive. And denier, lead to denial of, also is negative. So you can see that lead to can be collocated with words which have positive connotation, or neutral connotation, or even negative connotation. But the cause is usually negative connotations, right? Okay. So that's the difference. Okay. So remember, as I explained to you, towards the end of this session, we'll come to the most important part, the core part of this lesson, okay? So I'm going to show you the design principles, okay? We worked on the corpus-based projects for more than 2 years, almost 2 years. So we kind of, summarized 4 design principles for you, okay? So I'm going to explain this principle for you, okay? But, this is just one model we suggested. It doesn't have to be the ideal model, the best model, okay? Actually, I really look for example, alternative models, okay? Maybe you can contribute more innovative ideas. How to design more effective, corpus-based teaching and learning activities, okay? So usually we start from testing student knowledge. So usually we give them some sentences which contain some lexical errors, and to encourage students to detect the lexical errors. So why do we need to do this? We kind of test the knowledge, not only test knowledge, but also try to draw student attention to the language forms. Maybe we're going to, the next, session, we're going to focus on, this language form, right? You draw the attention to the language form, okay? And then you make students do some hands-on corpus searches. For example, just like what I have shown you, okay? But you need to guide them. And you encourage them to look for language patterns. The third stage, you have give them more guidance and try to, encourage them to summarize language patterns inductively. Do you know inductive? I give you lots of examples. You summarize the rules for me. That's inductive. This is exactly what we have learned from using corpus data, right? So we see lots of examples. Then we summarize how that particular word is used or phrases are used, right? Okay. Now, so at this stage, student perhaps they know the accurate forms. This is not end. You have to make use of the accurate forms immediately. I don't know whether you have learned about error correction. The most effective error correction is you correct their errors and then you make them use the accurate forms immediately. If you don't make them use the accurate forms, they will forget very soon. Okay? All right. Now give an example. Okay, concrete example. Now, join. Join is an easy word, but when join is used with other prepositions, it becomes quite complicated. Like join in, join with, join something, join somebody, right? Okay. Some students will get confused. Okay. So give them some sentences. Okay. Some are correct, some are wrong. Okay. So it's a test. It doesn't matter if they're confused. Okay. That means you identify a language gap. Then for you, to help them to learn, right? Okay. Okay, so maybe you can use this corpus, for example, the Lex Tutor. Okay, so you can maybe search the word join. Okay, choose a native English corpus, right? Of course, you have to choose a native English corpus, right? You don't choose a learner corpus. I didn't touch upon the idea of learner corpus. Learner corpus means it will contain lots of mistakes. Okay, all right. For example, like in my EAP writing, EAP learner corpus, for sure there will be lots of errors. Okay, so you have to use a native English corpus. Okay, all right. You can choose one word to write, and you can see that. You can see. Okay, I'm going to show search. Okay. So we'll go back to this. So go back. So join. Okay. So still we choose this one because it doesn't take too long. No, it's not this one. This one. One word to the right or left? What do you think? Right? Okay. Join somebody. You can see join somebody, right? Join somebody, right? Okay. You can say join somebody, right? Okay. You can so join his brother, also join somebody, right? Okay. You can also join in. Join in something. Join in activity. Join in a sequence. Join in condemning killings, right? Join in activity. It's fine, right? Okay. Is it also join somebody, right? Okay. Okay. Like here, for example, like join blah 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 blah. What does it mean? Let's click on this sentence. Infantry, it means a kind of like army, right? So in this case, you can join some organization directly, right? Join a club, right? Okay. Join someone, join us, Join, okay? Or you can say join with someone. Only one occurrence, okay? But if you choose a big corpus, for example, there are only 2 million. If you choose coca, I think you will have a lot more, right? Okay. So basically all these sentences are summarized, aligned alphabetically for you, so you can guide your students to summarize the use pattern for join. Okay. You can give them some scaffolding, because ask students to work with concordance lines perhaps is something quite difficult, right? So give them some scaffolding. Maybe what you could do is you could summarize the usage by yourself first, right? As a teacher, and you do that, okay? So you can maybe, there are kind of 5 use patterns. So join somebody means being involved in an activity with other people. Join a club, party, force, army, become a member of organization. Or join in activity, to do an activity with people who are already doing it. Join in, that means join a party. I join in a party, that means the party has already started with quite a lot of people, and then I came and I joined in, okay? Right? It's different. Join with to do something with someone else. Or I didn't find this usage. Join, to connect or fasten things together. I think it's easy to understand, right? Join this part and that part, right? Okay, that's fine, right? Okay. So you kind of summarize this use pattern, okay? You can provide a meaning. Maybe ask them to provide you with what? To match. You can provide them with the meaning and ask them to match with the use pattern. So this is one way to help them, right? If you think that to make students work on the concordances on their own is too difficult, you have to give them some guidance. The teachers, have to do some work. When you use a corpus, it doesn't mean that you just leave students on their own. It doesn't work. Okay, you have to spend some time. Okay, summarize the language patterns by yourself. Then you guide them to learn. Okay. Well, so students already know, for example, like join in, join with, the meanings. What should you do next? Make them use, these accurate forms immediately. You can maybe design some traditional like a closed test, right? A gap filling exercise. Maybe make them do some oral practice, oral exchange. Okay, they have to ask them to ask some, a simple question and provide some short answer. They have to use join in. Okay, and finally, ask them to write something. Also make use of the, join in or join with. Ask them to write something, for example, like document. Maybe write what happened to them maybe in the past month or past week. They have to use at least 3 use patterns of joy. Okay, so make them use this, newly learned forms, right? Okay. Now it's your turn. Okay. Now adjectives ending with ed or ing are often confused by students. Well, you can focus on amazed or amazing, or maybe you don't like this pair, you can focus on, for example, like satisfied or satisfying, or excited, exciting, okay? Please try to design a few corpus-based activities for your students and be ready to share with us, okay? All right, okay? So, work in pair, okay? Work in pair. Work out maybe 2 to 3 activities, okay? Give you 10 minutes, okay? All right. have a discussion first, okay? Try to have some overall design first, okay? Think about how you're going to approach this design task. Okay. Please summarize your findings, okay? Summarize what you plan to do, okay? I'll give you 2 minutes, and then you are ready to report, okay? Just describe what kind of activities you're going to design, okay? And using which covers, okay? So are you ready to share with your design activities with us? 2 to 3, okay? At least 2, okay? Connected. Step by step. So any volunteer? Any group? Would like to, share your group work with us?
So it's like we can roll the dice to compare like so for the first step they have to like figure out like what kind of preposition they should use like for I'll take excited and exciting as an example. So for example like we find out excited about, excited by, and excited somebody. So first we're going to help students to figure out like the preposition, go with the verb. still be the lectures.
Lecture.
Yeah.
So you search, for example, like decided,
Yeah, excited. And then exciting.
decided.
Yeah, and I'll ask the students to find out like the most
First step. So first search.
yeah.
Second.
Second, and do the conclusion, like find out the top 3 frequent used preposition they're gonna.
So you immediately go to position.
Yeah.
I do think by focusing only on position, between the meaning difference can be very different.
No, exactly.
Something is missing, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you for sharing.
At least you got 2 steps, right? Search and then conclude, right? Okay, so would you like to share?
Can I come to the back?
Sure. Okay. You can also search if you want.
I need a blue pen.
Water pen. Ah, you mean this?
Okay. On behalf of our group mates, I would like to introduce our teaching plan. So we are focused on amaze and amazing. And the step 1, can everyone see it? Okay. We are going to let the student to do the matching.
Actually, I can. PC. But anyway, I'm afraid I might just use
So,
it.
here, like a student, we'll give every student a handout. So they will go to the match. Amazing and amaze. And they are going to match, for example, story, book, I. So they will match, right? They will match. And then ask, this is the step 1, matching. Step 2 is checking. So everyone check the answers. So you use the computer and use the corpus to check. If you say, oh, this one is right, so you click. Oh, this one is wrong, cross, click, cross, right? So everyone can check their prediction. Step 2 is checking, and then step 3 is summary. So I will invite some students to summarize their finding. So they will summarize
Meaning difference.
the different meanings. And the step 4 is a game. So we put the language input into games. So they will play a game that I will give them the card, and the card will have different words in it. For example, like girl, guy, movie, and amazing, like this one. And they can all of they are covered on the desk, so they cannot see the words, right? So they will pick up 2 and make them into. If they can make these 2 words into a sentence, they can take out the words. So who get more cards? Who is the winner? Have you attended Jackie's lesson? So you know that, right? I didn't need to explain more, right? So now they can put it into use, put the language into use.
So you kind of so each card represents one word.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and they can choose, for example, they choose this word and this word, and they put them in one sentence, make one sentence use with the usage of these words.
They take the card.
They can take the card in their pockets. Yeah. We steal that idea from Jackie. Thanks, Jackie. Okay, that's all.
Okay.
So one more sharing. Do you have a different? Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yuki. You're going to use Blackboard? Yes, I want to give you this card. Is it okay? Support pens here.
So our group comes out, the procedure is like the first step to test students' knowledge. And I think I will find a sentence maybe from an exam or from their composition. So I remember I was very struggling about this sentence. She wears and I think I made a mistake in my exam. The word given is worry. So a lot of students may make a mistake. They said she wears a worrying look because I think in the primary school the teacher told us that if you see an object, it's not a person, you just will use the ing adjective. So I think in that time 90% of the students wrote worry, so they lost the point. And the correct answer is worried. So this is the first step to make the student thinking about their own errors and to detect the lexical errors. And the second step is to let them search in the corpus.
Which corpus?
I think for this situation, the word and phrase is very useful.
What is the phrase?
Yes. Word and phrase corpus to make them to look for language patterns. And because it tells the collocations. So, can I?
Yeah, sure. Just wait.
So let them search the corpus. We see worry.
It's not a verb.
Worry.
You need to specify
Ah,
speech or not. If not, just unselected.
this is the verb. It is an adjective.
Okay. Remember.
And we can see here the collocates. So it shows you that make them to do the search, make them do something, and make them do the third step. You can show them, find something about this. The noun collocates with worry is parent, face, official, expression, sick, mom, investor. So make them to do some inductions to see what kind of noun can be collocated